I am faithful. I am trustworthy in that which is least. I am faithful also in much. I have been faithful in unrighteous mammon, and God commits to my trust the true riches that goes beyond money. I have been faithful in that which is another man's own, and God gives me that which is my own. No servant can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold on to one and despise the other. I cannot serve God and mammon. God gets my trust. Grace is complete in itself without any addition from me. God's provision is made available for all I would need in this life. I trust Him. I believe God. I depend on God. Mammon is unable to trap me. I let my character or moral disposition to be free from the love of money, to be free from greed, avarice, lust, and craving for earthly possession. I am satisfied with my present circumstance. I am satisfied with what I have. For God has said Himself that He will not in any way fail me. God has said that He will not give up on me. God has said by Himself that He will not leave me without support. He will not in any degree leave me helpless, nor forsake me, nor let me down. God said that He will not relax His hold on me. Assuredly not. I am assured God is committed to my care. I trust Him. God supplies all of my needs from His glorious riches. These glorious riches, which have been given to us through Christ Jesus. I am a giver, and my giving is in response to God who takes care of me. It is my declaration of dependence on God. I can give freely because I am sure that God is committed to my care. God has cared for me since I was born. Yes, He carried me before I was born. He will be my God throughout my life. Even after my hair is white with age, God made me. God will care for me. He carries me along. He saves me. I cannot compare God to anyone or anything. No one is God's equal. I remember the things that God has done in the past. He alone is God. He is my God, and there is none like Him. Only God can tell me the future before it even happens. Everything God plans will come to pass. He does whatever He wishes. He says what He will do, and He does it. God is ready to set all things right, not in the distant future, but right now. God is ready to save anyone who asks Him for it. He will show His glory. God will give us everything. He did not even spare His own Son, but He gave Him up for us all. In this life, I let whatever confronts me to know that God is my source. It is my trust in God that makes me successful. God does not need my money or anything I can give, for all the world and everything in it already belongs to Him. So I make thankfulness to be my sacrifice to God. I keep the vows that I have made to my Most High. I call on Him when I am in trouble, and God rescues me always. And I give Him all the glory always. Everything God asks us to do is not for Him, but for our own benefits. I have learned to recognize God as the source of all my provisions. I give out of the abundance of all that God has given me. I give as He directs me to do. I am not afraid of giving. My giving is a proof to myself that I depend on God. Money is not difficult to come by because I do not think of myself as the provider. There is no distinction between myself and anyone else. There is nothing I have that grace has not given to me. I receive it as a gift. So I do not boast as though there is something special about me. It is impossible for me to prosper without God. Every other prosperity apart from God comes with heartaches, but the blessings of the Lord makes me rich, and He adds no sorrow to it. There is no sorrow added to my success when God is my source. I consider all His care for me, and I go to sweet sleep at night. But people who long to be rich fall into temptations and are trapped by many foolish and harmful desires that plunges them into ruin and destruction. For the love of money, trusting money more than God, is the root of all kinds of evil. And some people craving money have wandered from the true faith, and have pierced themselves with many sorrows. See, God has a plan for each of us. No one is alive for no reason at all. We are all here for a purpose. There is a design and purpose for each of our lives, a blueprint that was drawn out before we were born even, and it requires our dependence on God to see it come to pass. I believe in God. God thinks thoughts of peace towards us and not of evil. He gives us an expected end. It is written that no eye has seen and no ear has heard, neither have entered into the hearts of man the things which God has prepared for us who love Him. We are on our way to something big. God will do great things. We will rely on God. We depend on God. We trust in God. He knows the path we are supposed to take to get to where we need to be. He knows the things we need to go through. We will be all right because He will always be there with us. He will show up when we are in the fire, not to put out the fire, but He gets in there with us and He gets us through it, maturing us while at it. I trust in Him. Take these words with you, and God bless your life. This is my trust in God.